Welcome, everyone. My name is Adam Jeffs. I am the editor with the Counter UAS Hub. I'm here today at the Counter UAS Middle East and Africa Conference, which is being held in Amman, Jordan. I'm delighted to be joined here today by Wing Commander Okere of the Nigerian Air Force. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me.
My pleasure.
Firstly, Wing Commander, could you please just introduce what your role is with the Nigerian Air Force?
Okay, thank you. First of all, I want to thank you for having me here in this conference. I am Wing Commander Okere from the Nigerian Air Force, and I'm a UAV pilot in the Nigerian Air Force. Currently, I'm the commanding officer of a UAV training wing in the Air Force. I've been operating and training people, students, on how to fly UAVs in the Nigerian Air Force. So currently, that's what I do. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, we've heard a lot about some of the challenges from hostile drones that are being faced in both the Middle East and Africa here at this conference. Could you tell me a little bit about what the biggest threats or biggest challenges that Nigeria is facing from hostile drones?
All right, thank you for that question. Nigeria is most populous African country of over 200 million people. And for the past 15 years, we've been battling with security challenges on all the regions. Most critical is at the northern side of the country, where we have terrorist group, causing a lot of problems around the region. And then this terrorist group take advantage of the porous borders to smuggling these drones, and use it to cause trouble by attacking both innocent civilians and military targets as well. So the military, we've been doing a lot over the years to see how we can, tackle these issues. And I thank you for having this opportunity to come over here in this conference to, seek solutions on how to have these counter systems to, tackle these issues. Thank you.
Absolutely. Now, you mentioned primarily the biggest threat you're facing is cross-border, right? So the smugglers and the criminals that are using the drones for hostile purposes in that way. Could you please tell us a bit about the work that Nigeria is doing to try to counter these drones across the border?
All right, thank you for that question. It's a very difficult one. The asymmetric nature of the warfare that we find ourselves in is a very difficult one. And you see, when you have situations where, the people, the terrorist organization, the non-state actors are also living within the civil populace. So it becomes very complex to deal with, and so issues that borders around collateral damage, when you want to try to isolate who is the terrorist and to know who the innocent civilians are, is very, very difficult. So, but what we are doing, over the years, we've also embraced technology by acquiring UAVs. I mean, male UAVs, like the medium altitude, long endurance UAVs. This has helped us over the years to, reduce collateral damage in our operations. And then we are also having to sensitize the public, sensitizing the public on how to report these issues because they are embedded within the civilian populace. And so if the public doesn't come up to report these issues, it becomes so difficult for us to, to tackle these issues. Again, we are strengthening our institutions so that we can collaborate, integrate all the stakeholders, all the security agencies to put hands together to tackle these issues. These are some of the areas that we are, trying to work on, and we are doing what we can do best to see that we tackle these issues.
Absolutely. I think it's It's a similar issue that we've heard from many of the other nations here at the conference. It's a very complex issue, and it seems like the counter UAS is always trying to play catch up to the UAS technology, right? So why do you see it as so important for yourselves and all the other nations here at the conference to come together and discuss these counter UAS issues and try and solve these challenges?
All right, thank you. Sorry, I forgot to mention that one of the areas that we are using, trying to address these issues, is the aspect of research and development. The Nigerian Air Force, through the Air Force Research and Development Institute, have been working tirelessly, to try to build indigenous systems, because we understand that some of these counter systems are very expensive to acquire. And then trying to build our own will help us, to try to catch up with these technologies. And again, it's a good thing we came here, and then having a collaboration with allies and partners, foster what we want to try to achieve in terms of trying to contain these situations. So the partnership we are building today, and I thank you for taking the bold step to having this conference. I think this is the Median Conference, the very first conference in the Middle East and Africa. It shows that we are taking giant strides to see how we can tackle these issues before it gets really out of hand. Thank you.
Absolutely, and thank you so much, Wing Commander Okere, and I look forward to watching your presentation here at the conference later today.
All right, thank you. I'll give you my best shots, and thank you again for having me around. Thank you for the hospitality. I'm looking forward to, sometime in the future, come around and have the good news to say, hey, collaboration that we have had today has paid off by, reducing the issues that we have in our country and in Africa at large. Thank you.
Absolutely, and hopefully we see this progress when we return here in 2026.